To add this element, we need to do a couple of things. First of all, we need to register whenever the user clicks this button. And for this, we need to add a click listener. Now, Angular gives us a convenient way of doing that. It has a special data binding syntax. We saw property binding with square brackets, string interpolation with double curly braces. We can use single parentheses here, normal parentheses, and then name the event in between them, like click, which is a native event available in HTML in the browser. There also is something like mouse down, mouse enter, and so on, but we need click here. And then on the right side, between the quotation marks, you write the code that should run when this happens or when this click event occurs. But here you can only write very simple code, very short one-line expressions. To write more complex code, you typically point at a method of your component that should execute when this click occurs. And typically you name this method on and then some meaningful name, like on create user or on create person. You can add parentheses here. And now let's copy that name and add it in our TypeScript code, so in the class body. Here we can add this. This is how we add a person in TypeScript. This is how we add a method in TypeScript. We simply add the name, parentheses, and then curly braces. And in between, we write the code that should run when this method executes. Now, to start simple, we can console log created a person here, though we're not really doing that right now, but we can log it at least. And if we do that, then you will see that once we go back and I open the console in my developer tools in the browser, if I click the create button, you see created a person. So this works. We hooked up our event handler. Now that's of course a nice first step, but that's not all we want to do, right? We also want to get the input of the user. Now how can we get that?